Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 23 video. In today's episode, I'm going to be rebuilding the Cleveland Browns, but with a new addition of Za'darius Smith. Some of my commenters have been asking for it, so here it is. We do have Za'darius Smith at left defensive end because the Browns do run a 4-3. If they ran a 3-4 in next season, I don't really care. I like running 4-3s better in Madden. Anyways, Za'darius Smith, they traded away 2 5th-round picks, got a 6th and a 7th in return, and they get Za'darius Smith. What a trade. Very, very good move by the Browns. And Vikings fans will be like, oh, it was a cat move, which I completely understand that it was a cat move, but I don't think the Vikings will do nearly as good as they did last year. I don't think anyone is going to think that now, but still, don't get me wrong, Vikings are still a good team. Not trying to hate, just saying, without Za'darius Smith and you got to clear a bunch of cap room, and then Kirk Cousins regressing, you don't know what you got planned for the future. But anyways, the point of the video is the Browns, so let's get back on topic. Speaking of topics, Deshaun Watson's loves the topic of massages. So we just got to address that, and we also got to address this god-awful contract that made Lamar want to get paid so much. He's like, oh, well, if Deshaun Watson's getting paid $55 million a year, then I should get paid $60 a year. Thank you, Browns. I don't think people realize the Browns organization just does dumb stuff. Also, the Browns are fixing to get a new logo change, which I think is going to be really, really cool. And also, it looks like the AI... No, it looks like Tippmann is down the depth chart. I thought it cut Tippmann, the receiver out of Tennessee. It's probably down the depth chart, but honestly, my receiving core I like already. Elijah Moore, Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Also, they got Dawad Jones in the 4th round, which was crazy to me. So maybe we don't have to pay one of these offensive linemen later because Dawad Jones is awesome. I thought he was going to be a first-round pick, but he went to the 4th. Fine with me. Of course, we got Nick Chubb. Got to acknowledge him. David Njoku, Jordan Akins. And defensively, they got Akai, I believe, in the 3rd round. I don't know how I pronounce that, but I think he's going to be pretty good. I thought he was going to be like a early 2nd-round pick, but fell to the 4th, I believe, if not maybe 3rd, if I'm wrong about that. But the defensive line is crazy with Dalvin Tomlinson, Maurice Hurst, Za'Darius Smith, and Myles Garrett, of course. Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, Grant Delpit, Ron Thornhill, who I honestly forgot they had, JOK, Anthony Walker, and Takatai, I don't know, Taki, yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Salone Taki, I believe is how you pronounce that. I'm pretty sure I butchered his first name, but this is what we got for the team. Za'Darius Smith is here. That's the point of this rebuild. So anyways, guys, it's now time to move in to the midseason mark. And here we are at the midseason mark, 4-3, highly contested division. We could be at the bottom of the division if we lose today against the Cincinnati Bungles. And what do we got for the scouting national focus? I would say we definitely need middle linebacker the most. Maybe depth at DB would be nice. Amari Cooper is getting old, so I think maybe Amari Cooper replacement wouldn't be bad either. Elijah Moore is nice too. Anthony Walker, he's going to be 28. He's going to start regressing. Taki, he probably won't even make it to an 85. And as I'm considering all this, I realize we have negative $17 million in cap room. So it's not like I even have the choice to re-sign them anyways, because I'm negative $17 million in cap room. Trade offers... I might as well trade this guy away because I'm getting nothing, literally nothing in return. Kenyon Drake. No. Can I trade this guy for picks? Because he clearly doesn't want to be here if he's on the trade block, and I'm not going to use him, especially since I have Za'Darius Smith. A lot of people may like this guy, but I do not have the money to sign him. So, sorry if anyone wants to see this. Sorry for this guy. He's going to go, I guess the Commanders want another edge rusher. Don't want to give it to the Cowboys, so yeah, sure, the Commanders want him. I want next year's 2nd-round pick for this guy. That seems fine. Okay, I guess it doesn't seem fine to them. Next year's 3rd for him. How about that? Aha, he's gone. He didn't want to be here. That's why he was on the trade block. That's usually what it means for the players, and also I couldn't afford to pay him in general. So let's move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, finishing 12-5 top of the division. That is surprising. I thought we were honestly going to miss it year 1, but hey. Nick Chubb's carrying us. Deshaun Watson, he touched this offensive heart, and best offense in the NFL, 2nd best defense. Crazy. 4,500 yards, 33 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. If he played like this in real life, Browns fans would touch themselves the way Deshaun Watson touches women. So 104 passer rating is great. Nick Chubb, 18 touchdowns, 5.9 per carry, 1,700 yards. Elijah Moore, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. This is a great season. David Njoku, 101 receptions, 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns. Amari Cooper, 8 touchdowns, 932 yards. Let's see what we got. JOK, 102 tackles for a loss, 13 for Myles Garrett. Sacks, 29 for Myles Garrett, breaking the record. Za'Darius Smith with 12 is also great. 4 interception for Rodney McLeod, I believe is how you pronounce that. And safeties on the team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So let's see what we got here, boys. Number 2 defense apparently never got a defensive touchdown, but let's see what we got in the divisional round. Probably the Ravens or the Bungles, if I'm assuming. Yeah, Ravens. 85 overall Ravens versus the 88 overall Cleveland Burns, baby. Let's see what we got. And we lose 25-21. Nice. Ravens touched us like Deshaun Watson touches women. Let's get into the offseason. The Battle of the Birds, who are facing off opposite ways because they're just cooler than everyone. 31-17, Ravens win the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson wins the Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow wins the league MVP. Myles Garrett wins Defensive Player of the Year. Wow, this division is stacked. Looks like the Steelers did absolutely nothing. But anyways, let's see what we got for the player upgrades as we finally have 11 million in cap room, which is nice to see that we're not in the negatives. Offensively, we look the exact same. Wow. Defensively, we look the exact same. Wow. Actually, no. Who's this guy? Martin Emerson. Okay. Cool. Martin Emerson gets started. Now I don't need to worry about any part of my secondary. That's nice to see. Let's move into the re-signings. In the AFC North, Kevin Zeitler and Andy Lee both retire. I swear, Andy Lee is on every team whenever I do a rebuild. I don't know why. Let's see what we got here. Anthony Walker wants to stay. No. I don't have money for a lot of people, and you will not be on the list. Rodney McLeod. No, I don't care if you had 4 interceptions. You're a second-string strong safety. Joshua Dobbs, what a baller. I have no money because I have to pay our very, very nice masseuse. Let's move into the draft. In the second round, because I don't have a first-round pick, Anton Thomas out of Florida, pass coverage, normal dev, 85 speed. I'm going to move him from right outside linebacker to inside linebacker because he does have A zone coverage. So here we are after the draft. I need to start Elijah Moore. Obviously, nothing really happened with our team, especially offensively, because our offense is so stacked already. And defensively, looks like the CPU picked up this guy named Mayberry. Thomas is a 65, so this Mayberry guy, sure, you're starting, definitely, because I chose total bust with my second-round pick. But move him to the inside, and we'll go from there. JOK is playing at left outside linebacker, which I don't want, but Mayberry is going to be the starter for now. And I also want him to be the sub linebacker so that way we can get some hella reps. So I'm going to move him there. Give me a second. Everything else looks fine right now. I need depth DBs. I should have drafted some, but I traded away most of my late round picks so I can have more picks this year. And depth chart, I need to do that. I need to do sub linebacker and have Mayberry just starting just so that way we can ball out. Mayberry, where is he at? Mayberry's a 52 sub linebacker? Never mind. Okay, he is going to be a second string sub linebacker, and then JOK is going to be the starting sub linebacker. Anyways, let's move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark because we are 2-5. Okay, we lose Anthony Walker and the team just goes to shit. What? Scouting national focus. It needs to be linebacker again. I actually have a first round pick this year. Need a middle linebacker because our defense is doing terrible. Our offensive points per game isn't even good either. Coming off a loss to the Texans, which is really bad. Let's see what we got for the players who need to negotiate. Donovan Peoples-Jones, I do want back. I can't pay him. I'm negative 18 million. I can't pay anyone because the guy sexually assaulted it, and now we have to pay his lawsuit that he got sued in for $2 billion, and the rest of the team has to fucking pay for it. Oh my God. Let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, going 8-9, missing the playoffs. Our team probably won't be able to make it in the playoffs next year because we can't have anyone. Deshaun Watson is not very touching this season. 8th best offense, worst defense in the NFL. Without Anthony Walker, we're just terrible. It's not like we have Myles Garrett, a.k.a. one of the best pass rushers, if not the best pass rusher in the league. 27 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 92 pass rating. Nick Chubb, 20 touchdowns, 7.0 per carry, and 1,700 yards. This should have carried our offense alone. I think it did. Elijah Moore, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. Looking at it defensively, JOK with 140 tackles. How is that worst defense? Tackles for loss, 26 for Myles Garrett. Sacks, 23.5 for Myles Garrett, 11 for Za'darius Smith. How is this not enough? What? Greg Newsome with 7 interceptions, and you're going to be like, oh, worst defense in the NFL. 1 safety for Za'Darius Smith and 1 defensive touchdown for Juan Thornhill. That defensive season looked better than our previous season. Let's move in to the offseason. And the Cowboys beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow wins the league MVP back-to-back. Myles Garrett wins back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year, but somehow ranks as the worst defensive team in the league. Okay, thank you, EA, for your dog shit devotion to this game every year. What do we got offensively for the upgrades? Nothing. Wow. Not even my own quarterback. Mayberry only has star dev. That's not even going to help us. Newsome has superstar now. Why is Emerson getting superstar and why does he keep getting upgraded? I don't know why. I don't see him on the stat sheet even, but sure, why not? Let's just get to the re-signings. In the AFC North, unfortunately, no Browns players retire, so we have no cap room. Brandon Graham, Cameron Hayward, Casey Hayward, Melvin Ingram all retire. Who is taking up my cap other than Deshaun Watson? I can't even pay my left tackle. He's going to be sacked more than the time he made those masseuses touch his sack, bro. Like, it's not fair at this point. Team salaries, I mean, it wasn't fair for those masseuses either. But let's see what we got. I know it was pronounced innocent. It's a joke. Deshaun Watson, Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Jack Conklin. Damn. Jack Conklin, bro. We're gonna have to talk. No, I would lose $19 million if I dumped him. Oh, no. Greg Newsome, Za'Darius Smith, Elijah Moore. What are the Browns plan to do in real life about this cap problem? They're just like, yeah, fuck it. Let's just sign Za'Darius Smith, who we don't need. And we're just going to have to overpay for Juan Thornhill I don't need. These guys are all in contract years, too. And I still don't have enough money just to even consider them. God, dude. I am royally screwed. Let's see what we got for the players ready to negotiate. Can't sign any of these guys. I just want to see who I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose Donovan Peoples. Going to lose my franchise left tackle. Yeah, with how much I'm paying Jack Conklin, he's going to move to left tackle. Grant Delpit, I'm going to lose. Corey Bojorquez, that's fine. Jordan Akins. Okay, that's not horrible. I'm going to move Jack Conklin to left tackle since I'm paying him an absolute mass ton. And then Dawad Jones is going to start at right tackle. I feel like that's going to be fair considering that Jack Conklin's just consuming my cap. He's only playing right tackle. Let's play, no, not left guard, left tackle. Thank you. He's going to play over there. And Dawad Jones, let's make sure he is right tackle. Okay, he is right tackle, making sure. Dawad Jones, 6'8". Damn, that's quite large. Anyways, let's move in to the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Jason Whitaker out of Georgia. 91 speed, 91 acceleration, hidden dev, 6'3", 237. He looks great. So now this is the team after the draft. It looks like, oh, Cedric Tillman's here now, but looks like the AI picked up this guy named Green. I didn't choose him. I chose Porter in like the third round, but Green seems better. What is this, Brandon Green out of LSU? Doesn't look bad at all. I like him. I'm going to move him. He's going to be my slot. He's going to be my Donovan Peoples-Jones replacement, but you know what the best part is? I don't have to pay him. Yay! Jack Conklin's going to be left tackle. Dawad Jones, thankfully, went up all the way to a 76 already, so that's good. Deshaun Watson's not really progressing. Is he regressing? He's 28 only. Is he regressing at 28? Oh, he is. For what? Staff week? He just decided to stop playing during staff week, I guess. Take a week off. Defensively, Whitaker is 75 overall. That's nice to see. Spruce, I picked up this guy in the second round. He looked like a baller. He had like A's across the board, and he didn't get a dev. I was quite upset, but Peterson, I got in like got Godfrey in like the third round. I like Godfrey a little bit better because of his athleticism. Mayberry, JOK. Honestly, not even a bad crew anymore. I got a lot of depth at DB. I picked up a lot of depth DBs in like the fourth and fifth round. I think we should be pretty good now. So anyways, now time to move in to the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 3-4 third division. I mean, we have an 80 overall team. It's a contested division, but come on, AI. Please give me like some benefit of the doubt here that my team's actually good. I don't even know what I need now that I have a middle linebacker. My left outside linebacker isn't even bad. I have good DBs. I guess I would go safety now that I don't have a strong safety. Man, that's it's just rough. Deshaun Watson is rough in the massage parlor and in Madden. I don't think I'm going to be able to re-sign anyone. Nick Chubb, actually, you need to stay here. Actually, do. Oh, no long-term commitment, no deal. What do you do? It's 5 years. How is that not long-term? Mark Cooper, I'm going to wait for your overall to go down so that way I can sign you on a cheap deal. Greg Newsome, I'm holding a gun to your head. You're staying here. Za'Darius Smith, I'm going to wait for your overall to go down. Elijah Moore, I do need you back. 5-year deal so he can spread out the contract, kind of like how Deshaun Watson spread out the legs of those masseuse. JOK, we're going to open that up again. I can make so many jokes with this. It's nonstop, kind of like with Deshaun Watson with those masseuse parlors. Juan Thornhill, I don't know. I don't know. I only have 12 million left. I can't re-sign all these guys. I'm going to have to let my center go. Tillman's going to have to go too. Man, this is rough. I keep saying rough. Keep walking into this. That's what the masseuses did too. I can't keep getting away with this. Okay, Nick Chubb, I need back. That counts as contract. Amari Cooper, I just need to wait until the offseason to see what I have. So anyways, guys, it's now time to move in to the playoffs. Okay, and here we are in the playoffs. 12-5 top the division. The Madden gods have looked on me as we're an 89 overall here to face the 85 overall 11-6 Indianapolis Colts. Deshaun Watson, solid season, 5th best offense in the NFL. Defensively, 16th. What do we got? 4,500 yards, 39 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Honestly, a pretty good season. 110 pass ratings, pretty good as well. Nick Chubb, 18 touchdowns, 5.9 per carry, 1,600 yards, great. Elijah Moore, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. David Njoku, 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Looking at it defensively, JOK, 119 tackles for a loss, 18 for Za'darius Smith. Sacks, 21.5 for Myles Garrett, 17.5 for Za'darius Smith. Za'darius should probably get X Factor now. 2 interceptions for JOK, safeties on the team, 1 for Za'darius Smith, 1 defensive touchdown for Martin Emerson. So anyways, let's see what we got here against the Indianapolis Colts in the wild cards so we can get our first playoff win if it's possible. Okay, thank you. No playoff win, and it's now time to move into the 4th and final season. And the Falcons beat the Jaguars in the Super Bowl. New quarterback, Junior Davis. I would hate if my first name was Junior. Trevor Lawrence wins the league MVP. Doug Peterson wins the Coach of the Year for the Jaguars. There are no awards here for the Cleveland Browns, but let's see if there is any development upgrades. Za'Darius Smith 100% should get X Factor after having 17.5 sacks in the season. Offensively, Green is a superstar dev. David Njoku gets superstar dev. That's awesome. Defensively, Za'Darius Smith does get X Factor. Whitaker's only star dev. Spruce, he's so good. I feel like he should have came with star dev at least. Honestly, the rest of the team looks the same. I might be able... How big is Emerson? I could move him to strong safety. 6'2", 203. He is going to strong safety. We got rhymes, dimes, and chimes. That was really quick. Probably should have put him back there to start with. I did not realize it was 6'2", 203. So he's going to go back there. Maybe I draft another DB since I don't have him anymore. I honestly have solid depth on my D-line. My linebacking core, I'm not going to draft another linebacker right now. We're going to have to figure out the receiver situation. So anyways, without further ado, let's get into the re-signings. In the AFC North, Shelby Harris retires on the Baltimore Ravens. No idea why they would sign them, but let's see what we got for the re-signings. Nick Chubb, I don't know what it is with this long-term shit, but sure, here's more bonus and here's 7 years. You fine with that? Finally. I have $2.7 million. I need Amari Cooper or Za'Darius Smith. I can't have both. Or Juan Thornhill. I already have Myles Garrett, so I think this is where Za'Darius Smith is going to have to walk. My receiving core isn't bad either. Actually, I think I want Za'Darius Smith because my receiving core isn't bad because I still have David Njoku, who's a superstar threat. I have a superstar in Green. I have Elijah Moore. And I still have Cedric Tillman. And I could draft another receiver if I wanted to. Juan Thornhill and Dalvin Tomlinson's going to have to walk. Gonna need a new center. I think I am gonna dump here. Can I even do this? Can I even cheese this? Should I've cheesed it before? I might have. Oh no. This is gonna be close, boys. This is gonna be close if I'm allowed to cheese this. Spread out the contract so I can get a little bit more money. Oh, can we do this? It'll be real close. I think we can. Can I put in this offer? I put in the offer. I'm gonna tag Za'Darius. We're gonna cheese him for another year. Negative cap room. I need a receiver, a center, a new defensive tackle, and a new free safety. Damn it. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up a free safety out of Alabama. Chris Wilkins, only normal dev, but he does look pretty good, so we'll probably have a high overall. 6 foot, 217, 90 speed, 87 acceleration. Good skills across the board, A awareness, B's across the board. I thought he was the guy, but evidently not. Now, this is the team moving into the 4th and final season. Looks like the AI picked up this guy named Slate. I picked up this guy in like the 3rd round. 75 overall, pretty good. Doesn't have a development though, unfortunately. Yikes, we do not have much of a receiving core now. I mean, David Njoku still is a good threat. Defensively, Wilkins is not bad. Emerson's a good move to strong safety. Probably should have got more depth at CB. It's not like I can sign any free agents either. But overall, this is what we got for the team. Hopefully we can make the playoffs and I can do something there. But let's move in to the playoffs. Here we are finishing 16-1. Top of the division. Where was this before, bro? That's crazy. Coming off a win to the Rams, Deshaun Watson doing pretty good. 2nd best offense in the NFL, 6th best defense. 4,600 yards, 38 touchdowns, 14 receptions, a little bit too much. 104 passer rating. Nick Chubb, 23 touchdowns, 6.1 per carry, 1,800 yards. Brandon Green, the superstar receiver, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. David Njoku, 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. See, I told you we'd be fine. Jason Whitaker, 128 tackles for a loss, 16 for Myles Garrett. Sacks 32 and a half. That's crazy. Za'Darius Smith with 14 and a half. He's continued to sleep been great throughout this rebuild. 5 interceptions for Denzel Ward. Safeties on the team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So considering we haven't even won a playoff game yet, I'm not going to let our 16-1 season be ruined by some stupid AI logic. So I'm going to play this game. Yeah, 83 overall Titans versus 88 overall Browns. This should be a wipe of a game. So I'm going to move into it. Here we are against the Tennessee Titans as they start out 7-0. Our offense needs to get moving at some point in the year, please. Come on, there we go. 7-3 offense. Let's wake up and do something whenever we're in our opponent's territory. Or not, just do nothing with the ball whenever it's in your hands. Okay, 10-6. It would be nice if we got in the end zone, like once a year. Let's I'm going to have to hop into the drive and do it myself because my AI is retarded. Tutty on the final play of the game. 0 seconds left on the clock, and we are going to be moving on to the conference championship. Of course, I had to do it because that was our only touchdown of the entire game because my AI is retarded. And look at their offense. 0 touchdowns, 142 yards, and 39% completion percentage. If I lost to that, I would have been pissed. Here we are in the conference championship here to face off against the 9-8 Patriots. We're 16-1. Come on now. Let's move into it. Here we are against the New England Patriots as it is a 3-0 start for them. My offense continues to remain brain dead as we keep punting in our opponent's territory. But that's a touchdown. 6-10. Stop punting in your opponent's territory, dude. It's one of the most frustrating things. Don't do that. Okay, I don't care if it's 4th and 15. Just go for a field goal at that point. 16-16 right now. Come on. Dude, you gave the Patriots the ball with 14 seconds left? No. Okay, are they going to score on this? No, it's my turn to score because I actually know what to do. Of course, I have to take over every time because the AI is just retarded. Gonna give it here to Nick Chubb. Bounce it to the outside. Touchdown, walk off. That's game again for Nick Chubb. This time in overtime, we are going to be moving on to the Super Bowl. And yeah, it really shouldn't be this close every game. Here we are against the Seattle Seahawks as they're an 85 overall. We're 16-1, 88 overall. Again, we're 3 overalls higher. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, but it probably will. Slate progressed really quickly. He only had 213 snaps, went from a 68 to a 73. What is his overall? Only a star? His dev trait's only a star? That's surprising. Honestly, should have started this guy at this point. Njoku gets X Factor, which is awesome to see. Defensively, looks like we are the exact same. Myles Garrett keeps getting XP points that he can't use. Thank you, EA, instead of just distributing it to the team. Let's see what we got here against the Seattle Seahawks and get our first ever Super Bowl win. Here we are against the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl LX60. 7-7 start. Surprisingly that we scored a touchdown, honestly. 7-10 and 7-14. Okay, 17-10. 17-13. Let's respond with the touchdown this time. I guess not. Okay, no, another field goal. Thank you, guys. Let's try to get a touchdown, get in the part where it says end zone. There you go. One more time. Yeah, there we go. Finally, we learned what the end zone was. This is how we learned, guys. Deshaun Watson, I had to teach him through massage jokes. I had to tell him the masseuse is in the end zone, and he would understand, and he started throwing lasers down there. But, yeah, we win the Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks. Wow, their quarterback, 44% completion percentage, 140 yards, 0 touchdowns. What an absolute baller Super Bowl for them. They really recovered since Russ is gone. I mean, yeah, they went to the playoffs the year after they lost Russ. So, baller by the Seahawks. Love them. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. Let me know which team you want me to do next as Nick Chubb wins the Super Bowl MVP. We ruin QB careers as the coach of the year for the Browns. Nick Chubb wins Offensive Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. Wow, that's a lot of Browns awards. That's probably the most I've seen in a long time. But anyways, guys, apart from that, once again, I thank you guys all for watching, and let me know which team you want me to rebuild next. And apart from that, I'll see you guys all in the next one.